We got, oh yeah.
Guys, I'm shaking. I am shaking.
You the man, Cactus. Big Daddy Cactus? Oh, yeah.
I did say Big Daddy Cactus. I just said it again. There we go. Bjork sent me another soundbite of you saying Big Daddy Cactus. Already a great start to 2024. You got another one out of me there. You got another one out of me there.
Oh, what's in the box? Welcome in, Luna. I know there's not gonna be too many of us tonight. This is one of those chill streams, and I know a lot of people are hyped for Paldean Fates. We opened it earlier today, so I realize we're probably gonna maybe average, I don't know, 10 to 20 viewers for this stream, and that's fine, because I don't blame people for being hyped about the set and getting FOMO'd and just wanting to watch other people open it. I know a lot of pack rippers are selling out of this set. It's definitely got a lot of people excited. So welcome in Jonathan86, welcome in Biozic, Tom, Luna, of course. I know Mike's probably lurking or watching on the Discord, or you guys are going to talk about it or something. So welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, so it's gonna be a chill stream. I'm not in my usual shirt. I usually am just in my gym shorts and like a t-shirt, my sleeping clothes, as you will. So welcome in, Trainer Glenn, dropping the Gengars, dropping those new emotes. But yeah, you guys, so we're gonna talk tonight about the new artworks that are gonna be coming in the English set called Temporal Forces. That's gonna be coming out in March. I believe that's towards the end of March. I want to say the 22nd, or is it like the 26th? It's late March. So it'll be that set'll come out, I think, the week after, or the week and a half after my birthday. So hopefully the artwork will be super exciting. I mean, we have all of it from what I understand, and that's what we're talking about tonight. So as far as I know, we have all of it. So everything that you're seeing right now in that Japanese set called Cyber Judge and Wild Forces, we know about right now. Like, we're seeing it. So like, we're seeing all the pack rippers open that stuff up. So yeah. So I just want to talk about the artwork, and I'll show you how this is basically going to go the same way I've done these previous art ranking streams, and I'll show you here on this. It's just easier to show. So you're gonna see, okay, I have the Bulbasaur artwork on screen, but I just have that as a placeholder right now. So as you can see, you can go to the tier maker website, and I can even post this in the chat too. And if you want to follow along and make your own tier making list as we go, you know, as a matter of fact, I'll put that in the list. I'll put that in the chat right now. I'll copy paste that in the chat, and then I can pin that. Yeah, let me pin that message. So if you guys want to make your own tier maker list as I'm doing this, you can click that link and you can follow along. You can open it up on your phone, your computer, whatever the heck you're watching me on right now. So if you want to follow along, please go ahead and use that. But yeah, so we're going to be talking about all the artwork. These are all of the Japanese artworks that are coming out right now in the Japanese sets. Again, it's called Wild Force and Cyber Judge. Weird Japanese names, but there you go. So it'll make up Temporal Forces, our English set, in March. So yeah, I I just like to go through all the artwork and just chill. So if you're just, I mean, it'd be great if you wanna chat with me or give your grades on cards as I'm going through it. That'd be great. I go through a scale of S to F. S tier being absolute like perfection. I don't see any reason why the artist should have done anything different. If I rank something A tier, it's because I think maybe there might have been like one teeny tiny thing, or there's just something that's holding it back a little bit from S tier. But if it's A tier, it's still pretty godly. It's still pretty awesome. B tier is where we start getting into like, oh, like maybe if they had just changed this or moved something a little bit, like there's a little bit more, you're seeing more of like if they had done this, then it definitely would have been A or S tier. C tier is where I'm going to start off with when we get to the full arts of the set. Oh, Blue Moon, welcome in, by the way. C tier is basically where I start off, is like the benchmark for full arts. I'm very picky about full arts, so when we talk about full arts, I pretty much always start them at the C level, and C is not bad, but like I'll start them at the C level, and they really have to work their way up. Like they really have to have like perfect colors or like the best composition if they want me to get a higher grade than a C from me. So most full arts, spoiler alert, and golds are going to be C, maybe D, but if they're really good, maybe I'll put them up in B, possibly A. I think it's only happened once or twice in all the cards I reviewed so far from all the sets since I started doing these art ranking streams. So Gouging Fire SAR is S+++ Ancient and A. Ah, okay. So, and then D tier is where I'm going to put stuff that I'm like, I really wish the artist had done a lot of changes. I don't like it. D tier is also kind of like where I'm putting Pokemon that like aren't my favorite. So that's where my personal bias is going to come in. And that will happen. I'll try to tell you guys like, hey, again, my personal bias here. I hate this Pokemon. I'll tell you straight out. I'm like, I don't like it. So it's not going to get like a super high grade from me. I also think like sometimes I'll rank something lower if I'm like, it's just not good. I don't think it's going to be that valuable. There's a lot of things against it. Victor, what did you say, Victor? Paldean's Fates came out a week after my birthday. I thought I would get more lucky because of that, but got nothing. Opened just a few boosters. Ah, okay. Victor, I hope I know it's late for you. I appreciate you tuning in for this little art ranking stream. I wish you better luck because the set, I mean, you were there earlier today for my stream. It was pretty great. I mean, that first ETB that I picked out of the box myself, out of the case, that had 4 baby shinies plus some other hits. I mean, we basically had 8 hits out of 9 packs. That's pretty solid, even though, of course, some of them are just the regular EXs, which are like Vs, but, it was pretty solid. So, yeah. Oh, Dardar, welcome in. Yeah, we haven't started on the art just yet, but we're getting there. And then last but not least, if I believe a card is pretty absolutely trash, like just not good, I hate it, then I'll just, of course, I'm going to put it in F tier. F tier, you can, if I scroll down on my page here, you can see. So F tier is here. So if you want to follow along, again, I put the link for the tier maker in the chat. You can follow along. You can put the artworks where you think they should be. But I'm going to talk about the art, the composition, the colors. Let me show you why I had the Bulbasaur here on your screen while you're seeing it on your screen. So if I go to the next page here, there's going to be some times where, and Luna and Mike are probably in the Discord laughing at me about this, but when you go to art school, let me go to this, you're going to see these pictures. Now you have the Bulbasaur on your screen with the red lines, right? If you go to art school, or if you go to, if you become a photographer, or if you go into television, or if you go into film, or you go into graphic design, or you're a videographer, of whatever it might be, at some point in your artistic lives, at some point, someone's going to probably have mentioned to you what's called the rule of thirds. If you don't know what the rule of thirds is, it's right there on the screen, that Bulbasaur. What the rule of thirds means, and what you should do is, no matter if it's a portrait or if it's a landscape, you draw 2 lines, you cut vertically and horizontally the painting or whatever you're talking about, or the screen or the image into these thirds, right? So you got 2 vertical lines and you got 2 horizontal lines. And where the lines intersect is where our eyes are naturally drawn to. If you've ever watched TV, if you ever watched the news, all of us have watched the news at some point, there's a reason why, like, look at my screen, you're looking at me in the corner here, there's a reason why it's more interesting to have me here on, like, the left side, like, in the corner of an image, rather than, if I'm, like, right here in the center, if I'm right here in the center, that's boring. Our eyes are naturally drawn towards the corners of something, so it's better to like see when I'm here. It looks more interesting to our eyes. So the rule of thirds basically states that you should try to have the focal point be when you draw the rule of thirds on an image. That's where the lines intersect is where our eyes are just naturally drawn to. It's more interesting. It's more dynamic. So without further ado, guys, we're just going to start getting into it. So I'm going to be talking about, again, rule of thirds, the colors, the composition of the image, why, like the details. I'm going to talk about a lot of things. Some cards I might skip through more quick, faster than others. So be ready for that. But yeah, feel free as I'm going through this. People have done this in the past where like you're going to see the image come up and then you can put in the chat what grade you would give it. Sometimes I will have to avoid looking at the chat because I don't want my opinion to be blurred by that. So feel free to go ahead and do that in the chat. That's fine. But there's going to be some times where I'm going to tell you, like, I'm not looking at the chat because I don't want to, like, you know, be swayed by what you guys are saying. So yeah. Wait, am I a detective? I always look at the Pokemon's face first. Yeah. So, all right. But Luna, everybody's ready. So let's look at one of the first ones here. So we have the Shiftry. Now I mixed all the cards from Wild Force and Cyber Judge together. So I don't exactly remember off the top of my head which ones each of these sets is in. So that's just me. So I will say I do like the colors. Let's just start off with Shiftry here. I like the colors. Is it technically following the rule of thirds that I just went over with you guys? Technically no, but I like the action of it. I like the posing of it, and it feels like this image is intense, you know. And I think with the holographic design, I think it's almost gonna be like pretty. I think it's gonna be pretty cool looking, but it's not. And this is how I'm gonna break it down, you guys. Like pretty much as I go. Is it S tier? No. A tier? No. Is it maybe B tier? I don't know. Like I'm fighting. My head is in between. I kind of like it. I think I'm not a fan of Shiftry, but I don't want to like dock it too much just because of my own bias here. But I think it might be like higher C. So like, you know, and I can move these around as I go. But right now, it's not. And I'm putting it in C. I'm gonna put high C, not because it's bad. It's just not not necessarily my favorite. So I'm gonna put it right here. So this could move. I have moved things as I go. Sometimes I might say, you know what? Actually, I kind of like that more. It might be like B minus. So, and you're gonna see me put things in these tiers that, like, let's say if I put more in the C tier, I might put this lower. I might put this higher. So the higher it is towards the left side, like on the higher it is towards this side, it's going to be like a C+. If it's over here, like over on that side, it's like C-. So think of it that way as well. So for the specific Pokemon, not the best. For him, it's pretty good. Right. So it's not bad. It's just not, it's not great. All right, guys. So let's go to the next one. So that's the number 1. Let's go to, now this should be Grottle, right? This is not Torterra. So this is Grottle. Now this is kind of a cute card. My gut right away tells me it's a B. And I'm going to put it right up there right away as B. I do like the colors. It's kind of whimsical with like the little Meryl on its back. And then there's the little... I like this card a little bit more because I like when an artist is telling me a little bit of a story with the card art. So like, you know, this looks like a grotto, like going through like some sort of like almost like a rice field or like a rice paddy. Do I think it's like a high grade, high B tier? No. So I think this might shift more towards the lower B, but I like it's whimsical. There's the Meryl on his back. There's the Meryl running after it, like wait for me, like, you know. And then there's also, I think there's also a Starly right above him. It's hard for me to look. Maybe I can maximize this. Will people? Yeah, maybe that's better. Yeah, what about that? So like you can see like the Starly. I like it. I also like that there's plants in the foreground closer to where the camera is in the bottom part of the card. Is it following the rule of thirds? Kind of. Like one of the Meryls might be where like the lines intersect, but it's a cute little card. But it's not gonna. It's nowhere near S or A tier. But I think it's gonna be low B tier for me. So yeah. I love when it looks like someone took a Pokésnap pic on them. It's candid. Right, yeah, that's kind of I think what I mean when I talk about like story. So, yeah. All right, guys, so let's go to the next one. Let's go to, what do we got? Okay, come on. This, I think the artist for this, I don't think it's S tier, but I think this and the other card, and we're gonna have to put these next to each other in A tier, right? So, I mean, look how crisp that image is. Look how crisp and clean, and how clean the lines are, how clean the colors are. The colors are vibrant. They pop like crazy on this card. I love the little deerling, right? It's in between. It's the little deerling is in between the two phases, right? Of like this autumn to like winter, and like even in the winter, it almost looks like the ice and the background. It almost like it almost looks like bricks. It's very cool, and I love the pinks. I just love the colors that they used here. Very, very cool. And yeah, I mean, it's A tier for me. It's just a little bit below S tier. Like S tier again has to be like sublime. And I see you guys putting like A, B to A for sure. Blue says A, Victor A. Sven says A. Okay, so you guys pretty much agree with the A here, right? So let's go to the next one. I think the next one that I'm seeing here in order is not one of my faves, so I'm sure I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but it's just not one of my, so personal bias coming in, warning. All right, Snom. I don't really like this Snom. When I say like, I know someone who's gonna be very unhappy with me, but Snom is going in like, I'm gonna put it in like upper D tier. But Snom, and let me tell you why. Okay, I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of Snom. I think that the artist here was lazy with the background. If you look at the background, guys, it looks like it's like a photo or like a really badly rendered 3D background. So I give a lot of negative points for that. It's just very blah. There's a branch at the top of the card with the Snom just there taking up a lot of the top part. Yeah, it's not. Again, so I don't think the BG, the background is really that good. It's just it's like blurred out. It could literally be a photograph blurred out, or just some shoddily done. That ice looks pretty good. Okay, the ice on the Snom itself looks pretty good, but then, you know, and I'm a little bit biased towards 3D images, and I think this was mostly done with like a 3D like program. And that just feels a little bit lazy to me. Like when I work with artists, like I want them to give their best, not to kind of do shortcuts and stuff. And this feels like, I look at this and I see some shortcuts. Do I appreciate the little details like you're saying with the ice, like in the top left corner, that icicles like kind of hanging down? Yeah, and that's the kind of things that's saving it from being like F tier. So I'm putting it in like high D tier, but it's just not my fave. So, not a Snom fan. Colors a little too dull. Too many light colors. No contrast. Yeah, exactly. So, let's go to the next one, you guys. Let's keep going. We got 60 cards to go through, you guys. So when we get to like full arts and golds, those are going to be even quicker. I'm just basically going to give it like a grade and kind of move on because there's not as much to talk about with those. But with these art rares, there's more to talk about. So, I love that card. No way. D's in the chat. Yeah, it is D's in the chat. We can't be friends no more, says Luna. Ah, Luna, I'm sorry. Okay, so Sawsbuck. So Sawsbuck, I mean, hold on, wait, did I miss one? Did I miss one? Wait, no, Snom. Okay, Sawsbuck. Oh, okay. All right, so we got Sawsbuck. So Sawsbuck has got to go up in A tier, next to. It's got to go in A tier, right? It's got to go up there. So hold on, let me zoom this back out so we can see this more. So Sawsbuck has got to go up in A tier, right? Right next to. It's got to go. Look, I mean, the artist perfectly lined it up. The artwork, again, for this card is also crisp. It's amazing. The colors are fantastic. They pop, just like I said before. It feels very, like, it feels very stylist. If you know, there's a woman, if you ever want to look up Disney, like Disney World, Disney history, if you can Google search a woman named Mary Blair. Mary Blair did a lot of cool contrasting colors in her concept art that she did for like It's a Small World ride at Disney World, Disneyland. If you look up her stuff, this kind of style with using color reminds me of her a lot. So yeah, I love it. And I'm not even a huge like Sawsbuck fan, but it's so good, and that there's so much detail and there's so much work put into this that I love it so much. So, yeah, it's A. I'm seeing you guys say A for me, A or B. B or A is perfect for it. Gardevoir is F tier, says Pokeballer Mike. Mike, get out. I might have to time you out for that. No, I wouldn't do that. All right, let's go to the next one here. All right, so this is Bronzor, right? Not Bronzong. Bronzong is the bigger one. So Bronzor, I'm a little bit torn about this card. I'm not a fan of Bronzor. Like, before I even look at the chat, people are gonna start putting their. I don't want to look at the chat. I'm gonna put this in C tier with Shiftry. Do I think it's a little bit better than Shiftry? I'm gonna say I think it's a little bit better than Shiftry, honestly, because I feel like there's a little bit more of a story with this Bronzor card. It's like this Bronzor is kind of cool. Like, it's almost in like some cool basement antique shop. I kind of get some little bit of Hayao Miyazaki vibes here. I wish the colors were a little bit more vibrant in this piece, which is why I'm dinging it a little bit. But, you know, you can see, like, the person has, like, all these little details in here, like, on those back shelves of this shop. There's all kinds of stuff on those shelves. There's, like, jars. There's a cage here in the foreground with, like, is there, like, an animal in there? There's Bronzor. The Bronzor is looking kind of cute, looking at itself in a mirror, like, huh? Like, there's that chest right next to it, like, antique chest. There's stuff in glass cases in the back. There's stuff in frames in the back. It looks like a ceiling fan. So I'm enjoying looking at this card because there's a little bit of a story here, but the colors, like I said earlier, they fall a little flat for me. I wish they're a little bit more vibrant. The composition of the piece is okay. It's not following the rule of thirds, which I know people are going to laugh about me, but I wish the Bronzong was more like in a corner or something, or maybe it was like peeking out behind. Maybe if the artist had the Bronzor actually more off to the left side, kind of peeking out from behind that. Maybe if that chest was closed and the Bronzor was kind of peeking out behind it, like looking at its reflection, and would be up in that corner, that'd be kind of more cute. But yeah, so it's okay. That's why I put it in C. So we're going to leave it in C, you guys. All right. But does this set have Dunsparce, Dunsparce? Henri, Sparse, Kurokaze? It does not. It will not have the Dunsparce. Walking Wake, full art is, colors are rubbish. Well, we'll see, Mike, when we get to it for sure. So if there's any Mudkip art rare someday, it'll be S for sure. We'll see. We never know. Mike says, I know I like Suicune with the design of Walking Away actually makes me angry. Oh, well, we're going to get to it. Litten the Kitten. Okay. I know where I want to put this. I like this card. I like this card, you guys. Is it S tier? No. Is it A tier? I think I'm going to put it in low A tier. I like this card a lot. There's a lot of details here. I kind of actually like the muted colors of this piece. It's not super vibrant. I like that the Litten is like up in the upper left corner, so my eyes are kind of drawn to the corner. And then there's like that little Litten like plushie underneath it on that other shelf. And there's like the Pokemon vibes. And there's another Litten behind those books on the right side in the middle. I mean, come on, you guys. This is just like a fun, whimsical, like everyday card. I feel like if I was in the Pokemon world, that would be like the backdrop behind me. Like if I lived in a world of Pokemon, like if I had two cats, my Littens would be like, or like would be like playing in like my stuff back there or hiding, you know? So I would put it in low A tier. Does Luna, wait, Luna says D? Luna says D for that? Luna LOL. Cat? Yeah, I like the SAR and the Gold Umbreon Hunter. The card itself are definitely better than the actual description adaptation. I honestly don't like the concept of any of the ancient dogs, to be honest. Okay, so Mike's a little bit hesitant about the ancient dogs. But yeah, guys, I would put this is going to be it's probably going to be lower A tier, so there's probably going to be other cards that get filled in between this and Litten, but I would say it's kind of like it's around A minus. I like it. I like it. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't even remember what this is called. I think it's like Runiculus. Runucleus, like the nucleus of a cell. I don't know. Uh... I don't know, you guys. I'm just not a fan of this Pokemon. So, I don't know. I like the colors. Yes, I give it props for the colors. I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like this is going to be like $1 or $2 card. This is going to be one of those like art rare cards. It's only $1 or $2. Now, some of you might say, well, you should still just rank it on the art. But guys, I got to tell you, I mean, for me, I'm not a big fan. So, you know what? It's not F tier. It's not F tier. Is it D tier? Is it? I don't really like. Is it as bad as the Snom? I don't think so. So you know what? I will say I'm gonna give it credit for. I like the colors. I like the composition because there's a lot going on here. There is a kind of little bit of a story here. I like that the artist did a really good job with the texture of the water. Like you can see like when you're at the beach, or even if you can't get to the beach, you're at your pool, you see that kind of rainbow prism effect from water. So they even managed to do that. So I will give it low C. I think it's going to be like low C tier. I would put it below Shiftry on my list for right now. So I'll give it credit for that. But for me, it's C tier. I can't put it any higher for me. For me, again, this is. You also guys can make your list. You guys can use my link, make your list, and if you want to, after you're done making your list, you can export it and share in the Discord, my Discord later if you want to. If you're a member, go ahead and share it, or share it with your friends on your other Discords. Go ahead, and it's all good. So yeah. So, all right, guys, let's move on though. Runiculus. The little Charge-a-Bug. Okay, I know people aren't a fan of Charge-a-Bug. Is it F tier? No. Is it D tier? No. Is it C tier? I think it's a Q card. I'm gonna put it low B tier. I like it. I kind of like the art style of this. It's not my favorite, but like I like the artist for kind of taking a different art style direction. Kind of almost like it almost feels like kind of crayons, but with like it almost looks okay. They did like the line art, and then they kind of filled it in with like these kind of vibrant crayons. So I'm gonna put it in B tier alongside my friend Grottle up here. I think it's a little bit below the Grottle. I think the Grottle has a little bit kind of a nicer story, but come on, it's a little Charge-a-Bug. They're out camping and they're using their Charge-a-Bug as their portable charger. Come on, that's funny. So yeah, this set just came out in Japanese, Divino. Yeah, Divino. So yeah, Divino. This is all of these card arts are spoilers for our English set coming up called Temporal Forces, right? So if you look at my thumbnail, it's called Temporal Forces, coming out in March. So we're going to see all these card arts in that set. I mean, some of them might get taken out for promos. Of course, they're going to probably take out some of the good ones. But yeah, it's going to be coming out in March. So Charge-a-Bug gets a B from me. And I see Victor did a B. Blue said C. Sven says... Sven, I see you. You're just helping with Divino. Gladiator says C. Luna Bluro says D. Oh. All right, let's go to the next one. Now, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, this is called Fluttermane. And this is the old version of, what's it called? Not Bayonet. Is it the old version of Bayonet? So, okay, I was confused because I never saw any of these. Yeah, if you want to see all of them all at once, you can go to PokeBeach, or if you can go to my link and you can see all these. So I have them all down here and we're going through them, right? So yeah, Fluttermane, what do you think? This is going to be, speaking of cards that are taken out for promos, this is one of the cards that's going to be taken out for one of the promos in one of the ETBs. I believe is it for the Walking Wake ones? Because I think this is like the older one. So for me, I'm putting it as C tier, and I'm gonna put it above. I think I'm saying it. Am I saying that right? Runiculus and then Shiftry. I'm gonna put it in between Bronzor and Shiftry. It's a little. I like the colors. I like how it is following the rule of thirds, right? This little Fluttermane. But you can't. I wish you could see more of it, or I wish it was like. I wish the Pokemon was turned the other way so you could see more of it facing the camera, like facing us, but it's not. So, which is a little bit upsetting because I think it could have been better, but you know, and I can't even really tell so much if there's a story going on here. So it's not F tier, it's not failing, because F tier is like absolute failure to me, or I just don't like it at all. D tier is a lot of problems. To me, there's some problems here, but I still like, I don't know, I still like the composition, the colors. I think they did a good job with the Pokemon itself, but I wish I could tell more of the story of what the hell was going on here. Yeah, so that's where it's disappointing for me. So I would have probably worked with the artist a little bit more here and said, like, tell me more of what's going on here. I don't like this. So, okay, we got Iron Thorns. Iron Thorns. We all know that this is going to be a chase for a bunch of people because we've had the Groudon. We've had the Tyranitar, the regular Tyranitar. I'm going to put this... Do I think it's S tier? No. Do I think it's even A tier? I don't think so, guys. My gut, I'm seeing some people telling me in the chat. I'm not looking at the chat. My gut is telling me it's high B tier. I'm like, when I say high B tier, I'm talking like B. I'm giving it like a B plus. So, let me look back. Gladiator, I think Gladiator says B plus for this. Blue says A. Chocolate saying B. Luna Blue Rose is saying F. Luna, you're like a pendulum. You're like A, F, maybe C, F, A. You swing wide there. Was that supposed to be mischievous? Okay, see, that's why I have a problem with it. So that's why it's C. Hey, Cactus and all. Pots V1, welcome in. Hope you're good. But yeah, I like the colors of this. I'm a sucker. I will say, my bias is coming in here. I do like Iron Thorns. Is the placement of the Pokemon card in this a little boring? I will give you that. Yes. But the colors are really good. I can like almost see the texture. Like this Iron Thorns is in the desert. Now, I wish there was a little bit more texture to the sand, like there was more like kind of like dunes or a little bit more hilly. That might have been more interesting, but that sun is great. The clouds look great. I think this card is going to be one of those ones that pops a lot with that little bit of that holofoil pattern, that whatever. So, but does it deserve A or S tier? No, I don't think so. So I'm putting it in high B tier for me. And I'm seeing you guys definitely. It violates all the rules, though, Cactus, and I don't think it's the exception. Oh, Mike. Roche and their viewers just joined. Wait, Roche, why are you rating? I'm talking about art. I thought you guys were ripping open a crap ton of Paldean Fates today. I didn't think you guys were going to end for like several more hours. What the hell's going on over there? But let's go to the next card. Art. Oh God, I forget what this one's called. Oh, welcome Raiders, but I forget what this one's called. Someone help me. Help me. Help me, God. Relicanth. See, Roche knows. But welcome in, Raiders. So yes, this is just my art stream where I'm talking about the artwork coming up in the next set for Temporal Forces, which is going to be coming out in March. So if you want to get these cards now, you have to buy the Japanese sets, Wild Force or Cyber Judge. Now, if those sound like Power Rangers, like television show names, yes, they do. But no, it's the Japanese names of the sets. Because I think the Japanese like to just take cool names and like cool words and put them together, and they think, oh, that makes sense. No, it doesn't. So, Relicanth. Relicanth is, Relicanth is like a D for me. And no, and Roche is they're gonna hurt me for this. They're gonna hurt me for this. Why? Because if you look at Relicanth, and I think it's slightly above Snom here. Now, what Pokemon there are other Pokemon in this that you can see, right? So Roche, I know, Roche, they like Shelder, right? And there's a poor little Shelder in there in the bottom left corner, but I don't really, the colors are kind of meh. You know, I do like how there's like coral reefs and stuff. I can't put it F tier because at least this artist tried to like do something with Relicanth, and they bring in the little Shelder, and they're bringing in other little Pokemon here, and there's Roche crying now. I did it. We take our raid back. But yeah, so I can't do it F tier. I can't do F tier here because there's enough work here for D tier, but it could have been, even with Relicanth, I think it could have been better. And well, you're saying Luminion, Biozic, but Luminion is such a colorful fish, and the Luminion artworks have been amazing to this point. So yeah. Let's go to the next one, you guys. Let's go to card number 15. The Cutie Fly. I don't like the BG. Again, I feel like they're using more of that like 3D generated style. I don't like this Cutie Fly really all that much. I know there's like a Picky Peck in here too, like that. The Picky Peck is on the other side of this little water fountain, but I mean, I'm sorry guys. I feel like this also is going to be like a C tier for me. I'm going to put it above the Flutter Mane or whatever here. So because I think it's a little bit. Is it better than Bronzor? I don't think so. I don't even know if I really want to put this in C, you guys. This might even go down to D. I don't, because why do I think, I'm going to put it here for now. Give me 1 second. I don't like the BG is like the water fountain, but if it looks like it's that really poorly rendered like water, like from a 3D program. So it doesn't look like the artist did it themselves by hand. Like you can see like they put in a blur filter. Like even the Cutie Fly in the foreground looks like just with a blur filter. They just, I'm not a fan. Yeah, Victor, I kind of agree with you. I don't know. I'm going to put it. I even think the Snom is slightly better than this. I'm putting it below the Snom in D tier. That's where I'm putting it. Let's move on. All right. Have you seen the Vaults giveaway for a Gold Star Suicune? Well, Mudsdale. I love this card. Even though there's some problem. There's a couple problems with this card, right? But you guys, it's awesome. I love it. I'm gonna put it in A tier. Do I think it's better than that Sawsbuck and Deerling? No. But I love it. I'm sorry. I love it. The Mudsdale with the little horsey kicking the hay onto the cart, you know, and the colors of the sky. Are the colors a little muted? Sure, but I love the story. There's a whole story here that you can see the hay bales even further in the background, like, you know, the big alfalfa rolls. Like if anyone in your life has ever driven by a farm field, you know those rolls. I know Mike has driven. Mike and I drove by a hell of a lot of those kind of fields when he picked me up from Omaha back to his house. There's like even a farmhouse way the heck in the background. So they even put texture on the hay bales, like that's closest to us, like on the camera. So I like it, you know, I like it. It's A for me. I know some people are saying more like, I think it's more B, and I know what you guys mean, but I feel like it follows my rule of thirds here, even though I wish almost like the Mudsdale I wish the camera was a little bit more, like more down this way a little bit more to get the Mudsdale over here, so it's not so far off to the left side of the camera, like the shot. But yeah, I like it. D Merlin, welcome in. Or was it D Merlin? Holy crap, we agree on a card. We can agree, Luna. We can agree on some cards. Sven says B, but we're gonna go to the next one, you guys. So, all right. Okay, come on, another cute card. Is it S tier? No. Is it A tier? Does it deserve to be an A tier or B tier? I don't think it deserves to be in C, D, or F. My gut tells me right away. And I'm not even a huge fan of Excadrill, but there's a cool story here. It's a bunch of people that are miners. There's one, look at the foreground. There's a miner passed out with an Excadrill asleep on his chest. Like, come on. That's great, you know? Like, I like it, you know? So they're having a coffee break. The one chick on the right is having a coffee. Another guy's eating a half a sandwich. Then the other guy is like splitting his bread with his Excadrill, and they're in like a coal mine, right? And I love in the background you can see, if you look behind that Excadrill, you can see like a digger, like some sort of like construction unit, and how it goes back, how it curves back. like with how the lights go back out into the distance. So for me, is it S tier? No, but I think it earns, even though Excadrill, it's A tier for me. Am I gonna put it? I think it's almost above the Excadrill, above the Mudsdale. I think it's right in. I'm gonna put it right in. You know what? I think it's better than the Mudsdale. And then I think the Lit and the Kitten is slightly better than the Mudsdale. A little bit. I'm going to have to put that there. So I like it right there. All right. Do you think these cards will suffer for being less popular Pokemon? I can see a lot of people complaining about the lack of popular chases. POTS V1. I think what's going to hurt some of these cards is the value of some of these cards is not going to be maybe as great as it could be if it was a more popular Pokemon. You can definitely make that argument for sure. So, like for the Mudsdale card, let's say the Mudsdale was like a Rapidash. Would the Rapidash be probably worth more than a Mudsdale? I would say, yeah, you know? So, like if the Mudsdale ends up being like a $4 or $5 art rare card, if it was a Rapidash, it could have been a $7 or $8 card. But then you also got to figure out, well, what's the pull rate's going to be like? So this set looks like it's going to be about the same size as Scarlet and Violet base, because there's going to be 22 art rare cards, because they're taking out 2 of the 24 for the promos, right? For the so it's actually going to be slightly even smaller than Scarlet and Violet base. I think it's going to end up being. So we're going to have to look at the pull, like we're gonna have to see what the pull rates are gonna end up being and see what happens. So Scarlet and Violet is a hit or miss for me. The base set, I mean, well, yeah, and I know there's a lot of people that feel that way too about base set Scarlet and Violet. So I'm seeing D. So I know you guys have already. I might have way F for me. I'm sorry. Oh no, that's okay. I understand. But let's keep going here. Let's keep going. Arbok with like the toucan. Is that what? I forget what that's called. The Arbok. What do people feel about this one? I like Arbok. Is it F tier? Absolutely not. Is it D tier? No. Is it C tier? I don't think it's C tier. I think it's gonna be. To me, it feels like. I like the colors. I like the moon in the background. I like that it's flat colors. I don't need every single Pokemon card to have like perfect shading. I like the greens, the purple from the Arbok pops. I like the kind of toucan. Is that the toucan there? I feel like it's low B for me, kind of right here. I think it's a little bit. I put it a little bit better than the Charjabug, but is it better than the Grottle? I don't think so, because I can't really tell too much of what the story is though for this card. So, and it's original 151, so it gets a little bit of love from me. So I think it's B tier for me. Victor says B. Pots V1 says C. Toucan, yeah. That is D tier. Oh, okay. Very meh. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. They don't like it. Cheney or Rodney doesn't like it. Uh-oh. But again, welcome in, Raiders, if you're still chilling with me here, talking about the art for the March set. So yes, this set is still 2 months away. So unless you buy the Japanese sets. If you buy the Japanese sets, then you could be opening it right now. You might have already pre-ordered that. So that'll be coming up on your doorstep any second. C minus, B, same. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to the next one, you guys. Let's go to number 19 or number 18. I think it is. We got the, is this Metang? A Metang? Wait, is it Melmetal? Melmetal, right? I want to say, what did he say? I'm going to put Melmetal up in... He's not... Okay. My bias is coming in here, guys, so please don't be mad at me. It's not S tier, but I'm putting it in high A tier. I'm putting it up here next to my boys, Deerling and Sawsbuck. It's going right up. We're talking like high A, right? So this is probably going to end up being like A plus, you know, high A tier, right? Metagross. Okay, thank you, guys. See, some of you guys know these better than I do. Metagross. Strike 2, Crazy Cactus. Yeah, I know. Wait, what did I miss? Did I miss something else? Metagross! Everyone's like yelling at me. Metagross. I got it, guys. I got it. But it's also tough for me because the Japanese letters, the katakana, or it kind of messes with my brain. So, And I didn't write them on these cards. All right, so we got Metagross. Metagross, I love the artwork. I love the colors, the snow, how it's kind of like clearing the snow. I love the Metagross in the background, rolling the ball, making a snowman. I love the little snow plow there. Very cartoony style of that snow plow. I love those kind of rustic cabins all in the background and that hillside. So it's definitely A tier for me. It's close to S tier, you guys. Very close, very close. He's way too big to be a Meltan. Yes. Are you going to be opening up the Japanese ones? Proi, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I could. There was one of my English stores, like retailers, online retailers that had these in stock, but then it sold out of one of the sets really fast, and it still has. I think it still has Cyber Judge, but it sold out of Wild Force really fast. I maybe might buy a box from them, but I'd rather, like, let's say I bought one of each box. Their price was $65 a piece. That's $130 plus shipping. You're looking at $140 or $145 plus taxes. So I'd rather put that $145 towards maybe, like, when this set does come out, maybe then buy the English set. Like, that's enough for, like, a booster box and an ETB, right? So, of the English set. So, I'm not sure I will pick up this set in Japanese. Let's go to the next one. Very next one. Ghastly. Come on. I gotta put this in S tier. It's so good. It's so good. This Ghastly with the Haunters and the Gengars and the Meowth, like, scared for its life, like hiding behind that display or something. There's a story here. I love the colors, all the purples and the lilacs and, like, the blues in here, and there's, like, light maroons and the pinks, and you see, like, that kind of ominous green lighting coming in. I give it, is it gonna be low? I'm gonna put it low S tier. I love it so much. I love it. I love all the Mons in here. The Gengar looks like it's absolutely, like, insane. The Haunters are just having a good time. The Ghastlies are always looking like they want to just freak you out. It's S tier for me, you guys. I see some people put like A plus, A. I'm putting this as I'm putting this as my first S tier, you guys, for today's stream. So I like it. I loves it. Composition, colors. I love the story. It's fantastic. So I loves it. Next one. I think we went from our first S tier to, I think I have to put this F tier. I don't get it at all. I don't get why this Pokemon gets an art rare. This is one of those cards where I'm like, why does this exist? Like, I'm just so mad that it exists that it goes in F tier, because even if there was maybe one or two redeeming things about the art quality or something about it itself, guys, honestly, between us, or well, you're watching me. When I first saw this card, I didn't know what the hell it was, and that's bad. I was like, "What is this?" Like, I didn't even know that was a step ladder off to the right side of the card, and I didn't even know that was Pokemon. Like, it's F tier for me. No, I mean, I can't even really justify giving it a D. I would rather they have just said, you know what? No, let's give it to something else. Why do we get this? Like, this is one of you guys mentioned before. Do you think it's gonna hurt the value of the set? I think a card like this could have got this could have been like, why didn't we get something like a legendary bird art rare? Like, you know, like a regular art rare, like Moltres. Like, surprise us, throw that into a set. A regular art rare card. I don't know, something different. Yeah, that's Meltan. There we go. So. Do I think there's a story in this card? Sure. I could talk about how it's like now that I look at it closer, but like that's not good when I have to really stare at this card to like see what the hell's going on. Okay, so it's in like a metal shop or an electrician's shop, and there's probably a person off there cutting, and that's what all the sparks are. But when I first saw this card, I had no idea what the hell was going on. That's not good. That's not good. So no. Could have been so much better. Give it to something else. Not this. Not this, you guys. Is this Chatot? Chatot, right? It's almost like, is this supposed to like make me think of like Mardi Gras celebration, like in Brazil? Like, I see like kind of like they have like the music note. It looks like a music note on that not tapestry, that banner in the background. Like music notes. Yeah, it's literally like the chat tots like on a music bar, right? That's literally what they're trying to say with these like clotheslines or these electrical lines across the way. So, the colors are cool. I like the depth of this background, like with the stairs and everything and those buildings in the backdrop. But wow, it looks like this card has a lot of people split. A, C, D, B. So we have A, B, C, D. We have a little bit of everybody. C. Do I think it's F? No. Do I think it's D? No. Do I think it's C? Just because I'm not a huge fan of Chat Tot, I don't know. I don't think it deserves a C. Do I think it deserves higher than a B? No, absolutely not. So I'm really tied between higher C or low B, and my gut is telling me low B tier right now. Like below, like right around where the Charger Bug is. Again, so I like the colors. I like the sky. The sky almost looks like hyper realistic. If you look at that sky really close, it almost looks like photorealistic. So I wonder if that is photo generated or like altered, or if that was that hand drawn. So I'm gonna give it low B tier, you guys, from me personally. So the Chat Tot is low B tier. I think it's almost not even as, I like the Charger Bug at least is like charming. This Chat Tot's kind of like, the art is good, but I'm not really feeling more than that. All right, this is cool. You can see it, but you can hear it. Yeah. The bottom plays a sound when you heal your Pokemon in the game. Ah, okay. Let's go to the next one. We have the Lickitung. The Lickitung with the snow cone. There's the snow cones and there's the syrups for the ice, and there's a background and there's like stuff on the ground where he's like he was drawing snow cones in cups and in cones, and there's even like a door in the background with like what looks like stuff on the ground back there. I can't make out what that is. It's a cute card. I like the colors. The Lickitung is actually very close to the rule of thirds because my eyes are drawn to Lickitung's face, and he is the subject of this card, so that's good. I like the background. I think they definitely worked this all in. The colors, like, it doesn't deserve S or A tier, but I respect it for doing a good job with Lickitung. Lickitung really hasn't ever gotten really much any love for years. So I do like, actually, this is one of those cards where I'm happy to see Lickitung getting a little love here. So I think I'll put it in B tier. I think it deserves B tier. Let's go down here. B tier. Why can't I scroll to... Let me do this. Let's do... Lickitung goes in... Is it better than the Chat Tot? Yes. Is it better than Charger Bug? Yes. Is it better than Arbok? Yes. Is it better than Grottle? I would say yes. I think it's right below. I think it's right with the Iron Thorns. I think I'm gonna put it up there. All right. See, because this could have been way better. It could have been better, yeah. But I think it's. I don't know. I respect it. I respect it, you guys. I respect it. Sven says C. Well, I'm putting it in B. It's B on my chart. All right. Oh, we have the. Is this okay? If Cheney or Rodney's still here, they're gonna be like strike 3. Because is this Chinchino, and then there's Minchino. So this is Chinchino, right? So I want to say Chinchino, and I love the colors of this. It's very whimsical. I'm gonna put it up in A tier with my buddies. I'm gonna put it above Excadrill. I just love the colors, composition. There's so much I love about this card. Minchino is the other one, right? Minchino. Oh! Minchino, and then there's Minchino and Chinchino. Yes. So, I think it's A for all those reasons. Colors, composition. Yes, it's not following my rule of thirds, I understand. But I loves it. I think it's going to be a nice little pull. If you get this card, I think it'd be like, oh, we got it. So, with a quick follow-up, I'm not going to spend much time on this card. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed one card. Let me go to this one. So we'll go back to Grandpa in a second. So let's just say I'm going to put this up in A tier right next to its, basically, I'm going to call it like its buddy card. So that also goes up in A tier right up here because, again, there's the colors are great. I love all the little plushies in the background. You got like the little Bulbasaur plushie. You got like the little Meryl. You got those like details under the table, the tablecloth, the little potted plant. There's like there's a little Mr. Mime peeking in from the window out there. Just great. It's just fantastic. So let's go one more back though. We got to talk about Grandpa. I'm curious to see what people think about this one. I know Luna says it's like S or A tier. I don't think it deserves S tier, possibly not even A tier. Does anyone else get like the Neverending Story vibes from this card? The Neverending Story. Does anyone get that vibes from this card? Did anyone else think of that when they saw this card art pop up on screen, or when they saw it on PokeBeach.com? Because that's what I thought. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw this card. Yeah, Jonathan says yes. I do. It's very whimsical. You can even see a little Butterfree in the bottom part of the card. That's good. Victor says possibly. A or B? I don't think it's F tier. I don't think it's D tier. Do I think it's C tier? No, because like C tier means I have several things wrong with it. It's just not my favorite. I feel like it could have been better. So I'm gonna put it, for me, I do like the kind of, it's very whimsical, like the story of this card, like, you know, the grandpa is taking him on his back and riding away through the skies. So that's very whimsical to me. So I feel like I like the story of this card a little bit more than the Grotto, so I'm gonna put it in high B, like up here. So do I think it's gonna be like a super valuable card? If that's your question, no, I don't think it will be. But I think people will be like, oh, the Grandpa. Like, I think they'll give it a shot. So it would have gotten S tier if it was burning down a bully's house. Yeah. The Butterfree at the bottom, yeah, is a nice little cute detail down there. All right, you guys, let's keep going. We got that one. All right, so let me say again. With the full arts, I usually start right off the bat at C tier, and then I have to really fight with myself. Does it deserve higher or low, or is it not good and it deserves lower? So the Verizon Wireless Futuristic or Iron Leaves, I really like the future background that like kind of computer chip background that they've gone with for like future types is really cool. But the Iron Leaves, does it deserve a higher than a C? And I'm really having a hard time finding a reason to give it higher than a C. And again, I want to be clear. C is like where all full arts kind of start for me, right away at a C. Does it deserve a B, or has it maybe even the background doesn't work for the colors of the Pokemon itself? But guys, I'm gonna put it in C. For me, it's okay. It actually goes towards the bottom part of C because I feel like it's okay. It's not bad. It's just okay. So Roche said yuck. Luna said B. Jonathan86 said C. Off Center Johnny said meh. And then Charlie says B. Welcome in, Charlie, by the way. I don't think I shouted it out before. So yeah, guys, I'm giving it a C. I'm sticking at that kind of base level for this full art. So let's go to the next one. We have the Torterra full art. It starts off at a C, like I said. Does it deserve higher than that? I don't really know. I feel like the yellow background blends in too much with the Pokemon itself. Like, it doesn't pop enough. And then it's also kind of greenish tint towards the bottom, which I think was not a good choice. I feel like this should have had a different color. It should not have been like a greenish or like a yellow color. Or if they were going to go yellow, they needed to go like bright yellow to help it pop more. It just feels very meh. And I like Torterra, which I think is a shame because I think this could have been good. I I think this is actually slightly worse than the iron leaves, to be honest with you guys. I'm putting it even lower on the C tier than the iron leaves. So, yeah, this was a little bit disappointing. I think if they had chosen a better color for the backdrop of this full art, it could have been B tier. It could have been B tier, but I think they made a mistake. All right. Oh, okay, so I like it. Do you like it? I kind of like this. Now, I know I just said the color for the backdrop is a little too similar, but at least there's more, like, energy in the posing of this piece. Like, the colors, actually, I feel like the reds in this card actually do pop. Like, it pops from the background more than the Torterra. Like, look. Okay, let's go back to the Torterra. That's that, and then you go to that. It pops a little bit more. I think that kind of pushes it for a full art into like low B territory. So low, not high, low. I'm gonna put this towards the bottom of B tier for me because I think it has a nice pop to it. Okay, so that's where I'm going with it. Not too much to really debate there. I just feel like it has that energy, you know. So yes. All right. Nothing more than a B. Yeah, I'm not gonna push. Oh, it's definitely not gonna be more than a B. No. Ham's about to use Fire Crunch. No, I'm not gonna. Not that. Okay, this card. I really like this Entei. This version of Entei. I know some people call it the Banana Crown, but the background of it is like I have the same problem that I feel like this background hurts this Entei more than it helps it because. It's like, I had the same problem with that Sandy Shocks full art from Paradox Rift that we just had. It was not a good, it almost hurt the card. The Torterra didn't do it any, the Torterra's background didn't do it any favors. This one, I almost feel like it kind of hurts it a little bit. It just all kind of like blends together. I don't know why they went with the same kind of sandy, like you know, remember like that sand art you would shake up as a kid? Like you weren't supposed to, but we all did it. It kind of feels like that, and then they went like color. Does it deserve less than a C though? Like, has it hurt it that much to put it down below a C tier? Entei the Monkey King, yeah, right? You know what, guys? I don't know if this hurts it enough to put it below C tier. Does it? I think the only thing saving it is like the red of the Entei's face pops a little bit, and so does the black bands on its like on its hands here or on its paws, like, you know, those kind of braces helps it pop a little bit more. So that's the only thing helping save it from blending in so much into the background, but I'm gonna still give it a C. All right, so here's the next one. Oh, I like this. I like Iron Crown. I like Iron Crown. I think already people are already giving it a D. I like Iron Crown. This is me talking. I like Iron Crown. I like the kind of sky blue. I'm gonna go. I like it. I don't know. I like it, you guys. I'm gonna put it up here in B. You see it up there, right there. I kind of dig it. I like it. So yeah. Ben, Pokézone and Ben, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, hold on, you guys. I gotta go full screen for this crazy man. This crazy man. This man, he's crazy. We gotta stop him. Thank you, Pokézone and Ben, who just gifted 5 memberships. You're gonna see the Maractuses dancing right here. One went to Rocher. Rocher? Hold on, Rocher?
What did he say?
All right. So who did they go to? They went to EOU Henri. They went to Kennex, Rocher, Martin K, and Mike Barista, Sir Lurkslot all got memberships from Pokézone. And sorry I'm late. No, you don't have to be sorry. I know you guys, you're chilling with the family and getting dinner together, and I know you have to round up all the kids for dinner and everything. So I know it's crazy. So you're good, man. You're good. All right. So I like Iron Crown. Sorry, not sorry. I like the blue. I wish I wish we could see more of this. Well, we're going to talk about the SIR for this because I think that's amazing. So we'll get to that. All right. Oh, Mike is going to kill me for this, isn't he? Mike is going to kill me for this, isn't he? Oh, Mike, please don't hurt me. Oh, Mike, please don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. He's going to hurt me. I don't like it, Mike. Mike, I don't like it. I don't like the background for this Pokemon. Why, again, they kept like that kind of sandstone colored sand background. It almost looks like, look at the back leg. Doesn't it look like there's almost like a mouth there? Do you see it? Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. It looks like a mouth there or something else. So, give it the D, Cactus. Yeah, D's in the chat. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I'm sorry that I say sorry too much. I'm not used to that. I'm known for sometimes doing that. So put him with the Entei. I think the Entei is actually slightly better, Biozic. The Entei is only just barely good enough to get into C- tier. So I even give this a D, says Mike. Yeah. It's just, why did they choose the sand-colored background? If they gave this full art like a kind of, like a white or like a if they gave it like a marbling, like a black, gray, white kind of blend, then I think that would help the blues and purples of this card pop a lot, and it would look good. But, or even like a light purple would have helped this. Why did they give it the sandstone, like, past color? Ugh. All right. Okay, I don't really... What is this, you guys? What is this? What is this? All right. Is it F tier? I don't think it's F tier. I think it's like... do we? All right, I'm moving on. You guys get it. It's a D. I'm gonna put it with unfortunately the ancient Suicune. Okay.
Emotional damage.
You see it? You see it down in the F tier? Do I need to explain? Do I need to explain why this should be in the F tier? There is no E tier. There's no E tier. There's F. It goes D, F. There's no E. Just F. Okay? All right. I don't know how you even rate those. It's like, why does this get a terrestrialized full art? Like, why does this get a terrestrialized form? Why? Why? Why doesn't like Iron Crown get one? Like, that could have been cool. Like, I don't, or one of the anything, or Gengar, freaking Gengar. Let's go to Gengar, you guys. Oh, hold on. No, it's going to the Grapharig first. Hold on, Grapharig. D tier. Okay, Grapharig gets D tier. It doesn't even deserve a C tier in my opinion. I'm not sorry. No apologies needed here. D tier. It looks kind of cool. Yes, the colors look kind of cool with like the black crown for Grapharig, sure. And that's what's saving it from being an F tier, in my opinion, Roche. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Not sorry. All right, so yeah. You know what? Maybe it's a little bit better than the the Boulder, and it's a little bit better than this guy. So it's the king of the D tier full arts right now. The Gengar full art. Come on. If this is not B tier, if this deserves at least B tier. Not for a full art. Come on, it's Gengar, and it looks good. And he's like smiling like a crazy, like he always does, crazily. I mean, look at that, like kind of like lava lamp, maroon. The background is like maroon, kind of lava lamp colors. You see how like on that, like, and when you say you're like lava lamp colors, look at the upper left, right above like his eye area. It looks like lava lamps, kind of like that kind of like look to it. You guys think it's A tier? I'm seeing D, C, S, A minus, B. I'm gonna compromise and put it in the. I'm gonna stick with my gut. My gut was. I'd go maybe C, maybe a B minus. See, well that's the thing. Okay, I still like my Iron Crown. My Iron Crown over here a little bit more. That's this guy. So the Gengar is gonna go up below that over here, and then he's gonna be right above the cat. Okay, so he's low B tier, talking like B minus, but I think he deserves to be in the B because Gengar, he's an OG and he looks crazy. Love it. All right, I understand. Hey, ASMR, I'm loving the nose. Yeah. Sizor. Why didn't we get like a Scyther full art? Like that could have been green, you know, because Sizor got a full art back in Darkness Ablaze, was it? Why not? Why doesn't Scyther get some love? Like Cleaver got some love back in Astral Radiance as a promo. Why doesn't Scyther get some love? I don't know. Love this card. For an EX, it's not bad at all. Do I like the colors of it? Yeah. Does the Sizor pop with that kind of steel colored backdrop? Yes, because it's kind of like this kind of light gray. It almost has like some light, very light, faint like green in it. So, all right, you guys. I will give it some credit. I'm gonna put it in. For me, I'm putting it in B tier, up with the Gengar in that area. Okay, but I can't put it any higher. I can't do it. I won't do it. All right. I'm not going to explain why that's an F tier, okay? If I have to explain why that's an F tier, you got problems. If I have to explain why that's an F tier, you don't know art, okay? You don't know design, okay? If you want that above F tier, I'm going to have to give you some medication. All right. So, yeah, poor Raikou got in caught in a Laffy Taffy cotton candy machine and then got his neck stretched out, and then they put some, and then he got lost in a Mardi Gras parade, and then they stretched out his tail, or he got shocked by his tail got shocked. Like, everything about him is like, it's like a Toys R Us Jerry the Giraffe reject design. I don't know. I don't know what the artist, like, why this design was allowed to happen. It's a travesty. The whole thing is a travesty. I don't remember the name of this Chikorita, but she's kind of cool. This Chikorita is kind of cool. I like her kind of, is she snazzy? Who is this chick? Who is this Chikorita? Do I gotta go to Poke Beach? I don't know her name, but I kind of like her. I'm gonna say B. I'm gonna say B up with my buddy Lickitung. Is it better than Lickitung? I'm gonna put it up with Licky. I'm gonna put it up with Lickitung. Hi, B, because I kind of like her. B plus, A, B, no idea. Oh, so Stock was saying he heard they bringing back tag teams. I told you they're going to bring back tag teams. They're going to bring back tag team alt arts. They're going to bring back tag team alt arts, and they're going to do SIR tag teams, right? It's going to be sick, okay? And let's all not get it twisted. If not this fall, there's going to be an Evolving Skies. We all know there's going to be an Evolving Skies 2.0. If not this fall, next fall. Get ready. There's going to be an Evolving Skies 2.0 with like all the evolutions, and there's going to be like SARs for those for a lot of them, or mostly all of them. If you don't think they're not going to bring that back, then that would be stupid on them. Get ready for, at some point, you're going to see a whole crap ton of SAR evolutions. It's going to happen. So, okay, I'm off my soapbox now. All right. Yeah. It will be in this August set. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look into that details. Yes, and we'll have to get a case. Well, of course we'll get a case. Whatever that set is, for sure. All right, let's go to the next Chikorita. Who's the next Chikorita? Where is she? Here we go. All right, so we have the guy, the Manfu. I kind of like him. He's got, I don't know. There's a story here. He's like exploring the cave. Even though the camera's very full up on him, I like it. I'm gonna give him a B tier. I think he's B. I know there's a lot of B tiers for this set so far that I'm kind of ranking that way, but I'm gonna give him a B tier, right around lower B tier. But I like him, so deal with it. She's Code Maniac Decoder. Okay. All right, we're gonna keep going. Here we go. We got Salvatore. I think this is Salvatore. Salvatore, you know. What do you guys think of Salvatore? He's got his, like, phone in his pocket. He's got this crazy, crazy duds on. He's got rings. He's got a crazy haircut, although that's kind of the name of the game with Pokemon with crazy hair. I like the background, even for this full art. There's even, like, flowers and stuff in the background. Lampposts, windows, everything. Like, everything looks nice. There's even, like, a back alley, like, way behind him. If you look, they even, like, rendered that in there. So... Is it S or A tier? No, of course not. But is it C tier? No. There's a lot of B tiers in this set. Like I'd be okay with like him as a Manfu too. I kind of rank him above, I guess, the Cave Explorer dude. So hold on, why can't I move that over? Move him over. There we go. All right. I don't know how to rate the trainers. The trainers I start are also around like the C B tier because most of them are pretty consistent, not bad, unless it's like a trainer that I absolutely hate. So yeah. Aerie. I kind of like Aerie because I'm kind of biased because I saw her SAR card and I thought it looks crazy good. So Aerie's kind of a waifu for me. Here's my personal bias coming in, guys. I gotta give Aerie, I gotta put her up with the other Chikorita high in B tier. I'm gonna put her higher in B tier. I like her. The SAR Aerie is so good. So we kind of know where I'm gonna put that one in the ranking. No spoiler alert, right? So, okay, Aerie is high B tier for me. Oh, we got C. Divino says B or A, somewhere in there. Yeah. All right, is this... What's her face? Ooh, what is her face? I get that waifu trainer, and I don't even know who she is. Don't tell my girl. Don't tell... I won't tell if you won't. All right, this one is kind of blah for me because the background's a little blah. It's just like a sky background. I can't even tell if that's ocean in the background because it all kind of looks the same. And then she's got these like whirl, blur lighting effects around her. So Bianca, yeah, it is Bianca. Thank you. See, like I'm so bored by this card that I'm like sliding this Coke bottle across my desk back and forth. I'm not really. She looks cute in this card, but. I don't know, like, I'm not really, like... I actually think some of the Manfus look better. Bianca, I'm putting you in C, and people are gonna be like... Alright. But I'm putting her, like, in mid-C range. Okay? Okay. Alright. Let's keep going. We're getting close to the SARs, guys. We're getting close. Be ready for the SARs. They're coming up. Alright. Is this the dude? This is the dude. Is this Morty? It's Morty. Yes, Morty. Because he's the guy that has the Gengar with him in his SIR. Here's the difference between that and the Bianca. Like, look at the Bianca was kind of boring. This guy's background has a kind of like a cool moon, you know, sea, mountains, clouds. It's kind of ominous. Is he on some kind of stone path? And there's like a wood railing right up against where he's at, and the camera must be kind of like pivoted in a cool downward way like this to kind of get that sort of weird kind of curved perspective, almost like a fisheye lens. I'd give it a B. I'm going to put him with the other Manfus. I think it's actually kind of better than the other ones because of that kind of angle. So I'll give him some credit. He's got some cred there. The artist knew what they were doing with that angle. I appreciate it. I like it. Badass. It's B. Okay, yeah. Yep, we're good. Now, what do we think about these SARs, you guys? We got the Iron Leaves SIR. I don't think this is S tier for me. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I don't like it in... I think there's other ones that are better S tier. So this is A tier for me. That's not to say it's bad, but I almost like the Metagross better. I'm gonna put it kind of in the middle of A. It's not bad. I'm gonna put it in A. Luna says S. Pokézona says S. Sven says A. Charlie says D. Charlie, you did not like that. You did not like Iron Leaves. I hear you, Charlie. All right. I like the colors of this. The composition's good. It is following the rule of thirds. If you do my rule of thirds rule, right? Well, it's not my rule, but it's just a rule, right? It follows that. I do like the moon in the background. You can even see like the craters. They even did the craters of the moon. I'm sure the texture on this card is gonna look crazy because you can see like those trees. There's like a little bit of like a fog or clouds in the bottom left corner. So I think it's gonna be a stunning card. It's just not my fave, okay, of the SARs. But it's still gonna be stunning. I know it's gonna be stunning. All right. We have the Banana Hat, Mr. Banana Hat. Mr. Banana Hat. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't give him S tier. I can't do it. I'm gonna put him in A tier. I wish it's close. If there was a couple key tweaks and changes, this might have been S tier for me. But I think it's a little boring having the Pokemon directly in the center for this SAR. I think it could have been more interesting to have him more off to the side or maybe more closer to the camera with this kind of jungle background. I almost feel like if you look at this Pokemon, doesn't it almost look like it's floating? It doesn't look like it's like living in the background. It looks like they did this beautiful background and then they look like they copy pasted it from a different layer on the Photoshop file and then they kind of like pasted it in there and we're like, done. So... yeah, it's not, it's, you know what, I think I have to put it, I gotta put it low A tier. I think it could have been better. I'm putting it at the bottom of the A tier. It's like way over here. It could have been a lot better, I think. So, yeah, there's my piece on it. There's my piece on it, you guys. Oh, I love this card. I love the colors. This goes right to the top. This goes right to the top of S tier. This is top S tier. Look at the colors of this. The blue is popping. The pink from like the cherry blossom trees, like in the bottom swirly, like the trees are these kind of like psychedelic trees. Like I feel like you're in a dreamscape, a crazy neo-futuristic Japanese cherry tree dreamscape. You can even see there's like kind of like some oranges in the bottom left corner. The moon is that kind of, or is that supposed to be the sun? I think it's supposed to be the moon, but it's like that yellow color and you're seeing greens and blues and all these different hues of these different crazy beautiful colors. You see light pinks, darker pinks, kind of neon pinks that pop in that bottom center part of the card, you guys. I think I can forgive it for not exactly following the rule of thirds because it's just stunning. I think it's a shame because I don't think this won't be like a chase for a lot of people. They're not going to be like, "Oh, I'm chasing that." I don't think a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh, I'm chasing that Iron Crown," because like Iron Crown's my favorite. Which is a shame because I think this is going to be one of those cards that's going to be stunning, but it might end up being one of those cards that like after a couple months might end up being like only 20 or 30 bucks. And that's a shame because I think it's a really stunning card. So yeah, I'm seeing A's and S's. Yeah. So, Cactus, don't Don't ready me, Ben and Luna's rankings in order. Don't... Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. Let's see. Michael.
Yo, hi.
I'll let Michael drop his, if...
What do we got? Oh, baby. Let's go, bro.
Michael.
Oh, my goodness. Holy moly. I don't believe it.
What do you think, Michael? What do you think of this Suicune? What do you think? I think it's gorgeous. I'm gonna say... What did he say? What did he say? Yeah. Guys, I think this is gonna be a very stunning card. I think the blues and the purples and those light blues, and like the little pops of pink in some of those petals, the dark maroons. It kind of feels very ethereal, this image, you know? So, wait, why is Panda rating me too? We're just talking about art, Panda. I don't have any more Paldean Fates to open. Not today. I don't have any more packs to open. We're just talking art here, folks. We're talking about the current Japanese sets, Cyber Judge, and... Oh, hold on. I'm breaking my mic. Cyber Judge and Wild Force. Not the... Oh, shit. Sorry for my language. All right, hold on. No, I'm breaking it. No, what did you do, Panda? What did you do to my microphone? Hello! Yes, we're just talking about the art rare. We're talking about the art cards. If you wanna do your own tier making list, if you don't agree with my list, you can download the list yourself or go to the link and pinned at the top of the chat if you want to make your own tier list if you don't like mine, or you're like, Cactus hates you, I hate your tiers, get out of my house. So, yes. Don't forget to smash the like button. Thank you. Please and thank you. So, yes, we're going to put this in S tier. I'm going to put mine in S tier, but I'm going to put it below the Iron Crown because I like the Iron Crown a little bit more. Sorry, Mike. Not sorry. All right. Yes, thank you for the link. Ben to Max VMAX Plays. We got Panda and Mama VMAX, and they're awesome children chilling over there. So thank you for coming in, Raiders. Hope you're good. Make your tier list. You know, if you bounce, I won't be offended because I know you're probably Paldean faded out. So yes. What are you doing? What are you doing, Big Daddy Cactus? I am ranking cards. And it's late for you, fam. Don't you have to go to bed? Because you got to be in the ship in the morning. He's like, I don't have to be on a ship in the morning. But here we go. Let's talk about the iron... Is it the iron boulder? The iron boulder, which almost looks like it has a Mickey Mouse gold thing underneath it. It's like standing on a Mickey Mouse gold platform. I don't get it. I don't get it. Do you get it? I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I don't get it. I'm not a fan. I'm gonna put it in my B tier because, I don't get it. I don't get it, you guys. I'm gonna put it in high B tier right above the Iron Thorn. So it's high B tier, but, like, I don't know, you guys. It's not my favorite. You know what? I'm kind of, no, I'm gonna put it down, oh, right here. It's still high B tier. I don't really like it. I don't like it. C says, Luna, for the EX cards, it's one of the most creative, but I don't like it. LOL. If you read the attacks, it might make more sense. A lot of times they're representing a move or attack, yeah. I don't like it, you guys. What did he say?
What did he say?
All right. Next one. Tell me why he did this. Get an SIR. Tell me why. D tier. I'm not gonna fail it, but I'm not a fan. I don't want to talk about this card. I don't want to talk about it, so I'm not going to. Next. Okay. Salvatore. Now, this Salvatore card kind of reminds me of the Machoke art rare from 151. If you know the card, you know the card, and it's probably the same artist. I haven't verified that. I probably should have in advance of the stream. But if I had to guess, I'm gonna say it's probably the same artist that did the Machoke card. I wasn't a fan of that one, and I'm not really a fan of this art style, which is a shame because I think if I was sitting down with the artist, I would have done a lot of things differently and said, hey, you have a cool style. I just don't think what you're doing is really good for your style. I think he should do... I don't think he's as good with people. Like his style's it's like a flat style. Even though it's shaded, it feels flat. So if I was working with this artist, I would have worked with them and been like, no, we got to do something different here, fam. This is not working. So, like he's got this artist is very talented. They're good with shading. They're good with dimension. They're good with color. But when I say with dimension, some things have dimension, but then some things look flat. Like the person, Salvatore, looks flat. It looks like a copy-pasted person, like pasted it in there on his way out the door. So I'm gonna give it like mid C. See, like, look, even from a distance, it looks like it's too busy. There's too much going on. I would have said I gotta work with the artist and be like, nah, there's too much going on here, fam. You gotta clean this up. We gotta focus on something. There's just because like sometimes people, not just artists, but people think like, oh, the more I do, the more like, you know, people will appreciate the more work I'm doing, right? Right? Don't people like when they can see more work done? No, sometimes if you eat everything, you know, at Thanksgiving all at once, all in one bite, that's not good. You don't want everything all at once. You want to kind of pace it. You want to... Maybe that's a terrible analogy, but I hope you guys get it. Real quick, we have a gifted membership from Lasse.
What did he say?
And the gifted membership went out to OTP's bestie, Rena. Rena, make sure if you pop in, Rena, say a little hello and a thank you to Lasse.
What did he say?
Oh, hold on. Oops. I was almost going to go back to the wrong screen. Yeah, it's chaos, but Machoke wasn't this much chaos. Machoke had a little chaos, but yeah, it wasn't this much chaos. So, yeah. Let's go to one of my favorites. Bias coming in. I like this card. I like this card. There's cool Pokemon in here. She looks like a rock star. There's like Annihilate in here. There's Lucario in here. There's Toxicroak in here. The more you look at this card, like the more you kind of pick out and you're like, this is sick. So I like it. I'm going to be biased. I'm putting it in my S tier. The heck with all you guys. It's up here with my Iron Crown and Walking Wake. So I like it. S tier. S tier for me. So yeah. I don't know. I like it. I dig it. I like the colors, composition. It just like the purples and the reds and the pinks, everything just sick. So yeah. It was the same artist as the Machoke. Yeah, see, like I can tell usually like a lot of artists, like, you know, they got the same kind of thing going. I'm horrified that they turned Tyranitar into an air wick, air freshener, soap dispenser combo. That alone will probably keep me from buying this set. It's awful. All right, Ken, I see you. All right. All right. We got Bianca. Bianca. I'm going to put Bianca in high A tier. At the tippy top of A tier. Is she S tier? For me, no. But I'm putting her at the very tippy top of A tier. I think it's a beautiful card. Love the colors. I think she looks peaceful, you know, kind of asleep. And is that a Munna? That's a Munna up by her head, right? In the top left corner. So that's kind of cute. You know, there's a lot of details here. Like she put her books down, her glasses. There's like letters ready to go out. I like it. So yeah. My girl would love the pastels of this card, and because she likes sleeping. Yeah. See, like, I'm getting jealous looking at this card because I'm like, she looks so comfy on that futon. Like, I don't have a futon or anything that comfortable or that looks that, you know, comfortable. So Bianca gets high A plus for me. There we go. Morty with the Gengar. Where do you put this on your scale? Where do you put this on your scale? Where do you put it on your scale? I'm not really a huge fan of Morty, but I love Gengar because Gengar is an OG. Gengar's an OG. Because the text covering the Gengar's face. Yeah, that was a mistake, right, Davino? That was a mistake. D, B, B. D, B, B. We got A plus. I'm just seeing where people are putting it before I tell you where I'm putting it. B, B, D, A. Okay, so let me tell you where I would put it. I like... It's sort of following the rule of thirds, but just like Davino said, I was a little miffed that where they put the text and how they arranged it covers Gengar a little bit, which is a shame. But I know it's going to be a chase for a lot of people. Of course, this is going to be a chase for me. It's got Gengar in it, and Gengar's coming out of the ground like a crazy person. Well, no, people don't come out of the ground, Cactus. So yes, you get what I think you get what I'm saying. I'm starting. The more I stream, the less I make sense. So I'm putting it in high A tier. Hold on. High A tier next to the Bianca here. You see it right here? Right up here. Because we're going to be chasing it. Don't kid yourself. We're all chasing this. We're going to be chasing this card. So, yeah. Now we got the golds. Now the golds are full arts. So these are going to be pretty quick, you guys. We're getting towards the end of the stream here for these art rankings. The question is... I ranked the regular full art for this card, the Iron Leaves, as a C. Is it about the same? Is it worse? Is it better? I would argue it looks... Does it look better? I think the gold actually doesn't look as good for this card. I feel like it's gonna be right below the full art. So let me show you. Right, so here's the full art. Wait, can you guys see it on my screen? Here we go. So I think I'm gonna put this guy right below the full art. I think the full art, the blue helps it pop a little bit more. The gold makes it feel a little flat, you know? So I'm gonna put them next to each other, with each other here. So this one's a little bit better. Yeah. And sometimes the golds are better, sometimes they're worse. And this is an example of when it's worse. The Banana Hat. Mr. Banana Hat. I think it's worse. I think it's going to go into D tier for me. I think it's worse. I think it's worse. Does it deserve to be in C tier next to... I mean, I can show you guys... I can't really show you on my screen, can I? See, it's over there. You know, it's okay. I think it's worse. You know what? I'm gonna be nice, and I'll put it in C tier with the other one, but it's clearly worse. I think it's worse. Mr. Zard's Mix, welcome in. I know you're in Australia. You're like 12 hours ahead, so it's early in the morning your time. Maybe you're just getting up to having some coffee, so or some coffee, as PokeSurge would say. So I just caught up with the stream. Sven Matthias, welcome back in. But let's go. We only got a few more cards left, you guys. So let's see him roll through the rest of these. This I'm gonna put with the other golds in C tier. I have the Iron Crown. If you guys look, I have Iron Crown in B tier. You see it up there, right up there. But I don't think the gold deserves to be up there with B tier because it's not as good. So yeah, we're putting this in C tier. Bada bing. C tier, where are you? C tier, where are you? I'm gonna put it. Is it better than this? Yeah, I think pretty much a lot of things are better than that. I'm gonna put it right there. Right there. Alright. We got a couple more golds, you guys. Walking Wake. Mike? Pokeballer Mike?
Big Daddy Cactus? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Mike. I need your help. I need your feedback on this. Okay. Do you think this is it's worse than the other one, right?
We got. Oh yeah.
We got Hoya, so it's worse. Okay, so Mike says it's worse. So the gold is not as good. So it's gonna be in D tier next to this one. We're keeping it simple. Not as good as the full art, but still not great. So it's in D tier. All right, thanks, Mike. All right. S tier always. No, Mike, you're late. I already had your feedback. You know, I could hear you in my brain. I know what you were thinking. All right, guys, 2 more golds. We have the Iron Boulder, correct? So, yeah. Yeah. We'll put the gold up here. That's a little bit better. And we'll put this gold down here. I think the full art is better than... Not much better. So, see, this one's also not going to be as good. What's up, everyone? Feller Chris, hope you're good, Feller Chris. We're going to be ending here shortly, though. So I hope you guys are okay. I hope everyone's okay, all right? But I don't even know if we'll have a chance to raid anybody because I've had a couple people raid me tonight as I'm just talking about the art for the set. The next set, Temporal Forces. So, yeah. Last card of today's stream we're going to talk about is another gold card. The last card. Where do you think this is going to go? Where do you think? Put your guesses in the chat. Where's it gonna go? Fix me. I'm glad you're in here too. I haven't seen the full art. Is it on there? Yeah, the full art. Everything's on there. Yeah. That's S tier, says Sven. Oh, Z tier. Yes. Okay. So, guys, here's my ending tier list. We have those 4 cards in my S tier. I'm pretty picky about my S tier, but we put the Iron Crown, the Airy, Walking Wake, and the Ghastly up in there. Come on, the Ghastly looks dope. Come on. Come on, it looks dope. All right. And then we got a bunch of A, B, C, D, and then we have these bunch here in F that I just thought were not good. It was not good. Big Daddy Cactus? What?
I did say Big Daddy Cactus. I just said it again. There we go.
All right. All right, you guys. So I'm gonna have to go to full screen here because we still have a lot of people watching us right now from all those raiders that came in. So again, I'm gonna be basically ending here, but thank you for joining the stream. I'm gonna see before you pop off though. Let's see. Is there anybody we can raid real quick? Because I had 2 people spread the love to me. So you know what? Let's all go raid. I want to go raid Diz. Can we raid Diz? I don't think I've raided Diz in a long time. So guys, I'm gonna leave Diz's link in the chat here for his stream. If we can go over and raid PokeDiz, that would be amazing because I know he's probably having fun opening the new set. So thank you guys for popping in here. Thank you all the raiders that came in from Panda and from the other stream. I'm having a brain fart right now, but I appreciate you guys coming in here, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, for liking the stream, all that good stuff. Make sure if you want to share your tier maker lists, go to that link, save a copy of it for yourself, and share your tier lists on Discords, wherever you want to share it. But let's go over to PokeDiz, do Crazy Cactus Raid, and drop some cactus emotes in there, the regular cactus emotes from YouTube, and we'll have a great time. But thank you for liking, subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Peace. And thank you, Ben, for that gifted, but peace.
It's so adorable.